Hello, welcome to the Excellent Youth Outreach channel, and I've been invited to speak to you today about whatever I feel like speaking about. Well, I'm Prophet Jim. I've been a pastor now for 50 years, and I've been a prophet for 30. And I've been working in Ghana, well, I've been a prophet for more than 30. I've been working in Ghana for now 30 years. And I want to speak to us today about our responsibilities for the nation. This is something I find lacking in many young people and indeed in many older and mature people. There seems to be no appreciation of the value of the nation in which we've been placed and our responsibility for that nation. Here in Ghana, that responsibility has been washed away by our prosperity gospel. In this nation, the prosperity gospel is so strong that what is taught is me, and my. It's always my year of overcoming, my year of achievement, my year of this, my year of that. And this has become the dominant theme in Ghana. Once you have that kind of attitude, the responsibility for the nation soon fades away. After all, who cares if you can get me, my career, my wife, my husband, my children, my future. Notice how many me's and my's there are there. And in a me and my generation, responsibility and care for Ghana soon fades away. And yet, in Ghana, when we were independent, when our Independence Day first came, Kwame Nkrumah said this: "Today, a new child is born in Africa." And we were given the responsibility for that child, to care for it, to watch over it, to bring it on so that it become a full member of the world community. And that was a political decision. At the same time, the Lord was saying to us, there's a spiritual responsibility for this nation, for bringing it from where it was to where it is today. And it's that spiritual responsibility that is lacking in so many people, especially in young people. Let me explain how it works. 30 years ago, I came to Ghana, and I was told there are open heavens over Ghana. God is really present in Ghana, and I look forward to that. I hadn't been here but a few days when I realized this wasn't true. The heavens were certainly not open here, and the people certainly weren't moving in the freedom of the Spirit of God. This is what had happened. God had a great promise for us Ghanaians. God chose Ghana out of all West Africa to be a doorway for his blessing for all West Africa. Why he chose Ghana, we don't know. But then why he chose Israel, we don't know either. And he said this: I want to pour my Spirit through Ghana. I want it to flow into all West Africa so that all West Africa will be blessed by Ghana and its love for me and its freedom in the Spirit. But that needed a humble, obedient, servant people. It needed us to be his servants, to walk the way of the cross, the way of humility, the way of obedience, the way of less of us and more of him. What Ghana did was went after the money. Bernard of Clairvaux was a 14th century intercessor in France, and he said this: we should come to the king's mountain to worship the king, not to take his goods. But Ghana came to the king's mountain to take his goods. The prosperity gospel said, take. Have all you want. You can just take what you want. And that's what we did. And for decade after decade after decade, that's the way we lived here in Ghana. Not me. I knew that was wrong. I knew the Lord was asking for obedience and for service, and that if we didn't walk in that way, we would come under his judgment. And for decade after decade, I preached this message. I kept saying, we've got this wrong. This isn't the way God wants us to walk. He wants to bless us with this wonderful vision, but we have gone the other way. We have gone the way of self. And we have produced here in Ghana a self-centered and a self-satisfying faith, which looks mostly to self.